Hi everyone, welcome back. Now before we get started back in the cottage, I thought I'd do a little mini test on this little mini hedge trimmer. Yep, it's the Ryobi 18 volt. Now I bought it without the battery supplied, so it's my own battery. And I just wanted to do a little sort of road test to see how it performs, so you can see whether it's suitable for yourself or not. This ain't a sponsored video by any means, it's just me trying to help people make the right decision for what they need. Yeah, so far so good. The build quality with Ryobi, you pretty much know, is pretty good. Yeah, I've got an aftermarket battery and it comes with the little mini hedge trimmer and a little pruner, I suppose. So yeah, quite a simple basic little thing and quite ergonomic, you know, if you're looking for something that's quite light and manoeuvrable, which this is. Okay, we'll get set up and we're going to try it on this little area here. You know, I'm under no illusion that it's going to cut through thick branches or anything, but it's this light wispy growth. Don't want to cut too hard into the hedge. You have to make sure there's no nesting birds in there, which I know that there isn't here. Do it the right time of year, be responsible, look after your wildlife. So yeah, we're just going to take off the ends just to see how it performs really. After all, when you see these products, you see the Ryobi demonstrations and you think, are they really as good as that? Well, let's find out what it does with this. Got to have me herbal first. And that reminds me, I must top up the bird bath. Look after the wildlife. They can't turn a tap on. And talking of wildlife, shall we check in on our rescue bird? Yeah, Sam and Tom have done a great job keeping it alive and it looks like it's thriving, and hopefully we can release it soon. And there he is. Don't know why I'm saying a he, might be a she. Okay, what you got for breakfast, mate? We've got some berries. Looks like a bit of seed. Yeah, I would ask Sam and Tom whether you can have some eggs. Maybe some scrambled eggs. What do you think? Beep, beep. Not feeding. Normally they open their mouth, don't they? Hey. So yeah, hopefully we'll be releasing him very shortly. He doesn't stay in here, he stays in a bigger room, so he's got movement and that, but this is just the coolest place of the garden so far. Can make sure we feed him regular. Get him back to health. Well, there's nothing wrong with him actually, he's just a young'un and his parent died. That's what we all need to do, isn't it? Help each other. There is a nice light breeze this morning. Still getting up to 30 plus, but compared to 40, it's much more manageable. You've just got to plan your day, haven't you? Be sensible, don't work out in the sun. Yeah. It's nice to see the sun after all. Okay, let's get testing this little mini hedge trimmer. So this is what it is. Not very big, as you can see. That's the make and the model and everything on there. I'll just illustrate on the back there what it does. Okay, so we've got our battery in. Does come with some grease in there. I'll just give it a quick spray of some lubricant. Normally do that afterwards. And then just literally that lines up with that. Can't really go wrong. Just push it in. When you want to release, 2 buttons there. Pretty simple operation. Okay, you're all charged up. See what it handles like. I don't want to cut the sweet peas. Yeah, on the thin light stuff, no problem whatsoever. I think this would be ideal if you liked topiary, you know, you needed to prune something into a shape. More of a maintenance tool than a, you know, let's cut that back tool. Yeah. Oh, I bet it's good on brambles as well. There's a few here, look. Yeah. Those whiskey brambles, no problem. Certainly great if you have, you know, trouble holding those big machines. They can be a bit hard on your back. It's when you're leaning over. I would advise a telescopic one for that. Okay. One thing I've noticed, you can be very precise and accurate. You know, some people like to get their hedges really dead straight, especially in France around here. Sometimes you see them with the string lines. Yeah, I don't think I'll bother with that on this one. Trigger back, lever underneath. Yeah, even cut through the limb of that bay tree. Okay, what's the verdict? It really depends on what you need it for. Something like this, just a little light prune, brilliant. Simple as that. I've got some brambles growing amongst hydrangeas. This will probably be more sort of accurate to get in there. Just that one there, see it? Well, it done that with relative ease. It was very satisfying because I hate brambles. So just after a few minutes, we are nicely trimmed up. Yeah. Verdict? Lightweight, but powerful enough to still do those maintenance jobs you've got around your garden. Okay, let's head back into the cottage, see what we're doing today. Those hinges that I was short on this side, so I'm going to stick those on. That'll be another job out of the way. Feeling it today. All of a sudden it creeps up on you, don't it? It's not necessarily what you've done that day, it's what you've done before that that yeah, knocks you sideways sometimes. So I think the heat is making me feel a little bit more tired than I'd normally be as well. But I've been quite busy lately, especially in the garden. Let's get those hinges on. Yeah, progress a bit further in the kitchen. Are they the ones? I'm sure they are. Yes. Brilliant. Okay, what I've got to do now though is get these out of there. Now they're not screwing, but I think, oh yeah, that's not going to prove too much of an issue. I was dreading that for a minute. I thought it was going to split all the wood. Okay, let's get those out. That was too easy. Brilliant. They are slightly threaded, which helps. Now I've done 2 trips to the tip already today, so yeah, it does take its toll. You're a good kidding yourself, although I don't mind pushing myself a bit. It's just the heat, you mustn't mess about with the heat, must you? You get dehydrated and that. Keep reminding myself to drink. Now, will these line up? See why not. If I can't get it on this way, I'll put it on the door first. That's okay. They're not very complicated hinges. Ooh. What's stopping that? That's kicking out a bit there. It's just a case of pushing the hinge back. It's not my belly rumbling, that's a thunderstorm brewing up outside. So, there's not much in the way of adjustment. Now this hinge here, I need to strengthen that up a bit. Maybe pack it out with some glue and wood. I think for the fixing for the hinge here, I'll just pack it out with some timber. And I'll do the same there. I'll wedge that out. Yeah. Now you've got to consider these doors are several hundred years old. Think how many times they've opened and shut over the years. Yep. Nice little thin shim to go in there really. Well, at a later stage I may address this and put a different hinge setup on it, but for now the doors are on, which is the main thing, and they do open and shut. So that's that done. Now every time I look at this section underneath the worktop, I think, what am I going to do with that area? Am I going to build in my own bespoke cupboards like I did there, or do I look out for either 2 units to go each end, space in the middle, I can design something for the centre, or do I find a sideboard that goes right the way along? I have been on the lookout for several weeks now for a unit that would fit underneath there, sort of obviously ready made, a nice old antique piece that I could just slot in underneath there and then fit everything else around it. Yeah, it's quite a difficult thing to find actually. You find them a bit taller and a lot lower, but with lids. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to come across something fairly soon. It'd be nice to push the kitchen forward a little bit more, wouldn't it? Get that sorted out underneath. Didn't have no success online with buying that ancient old gas burner. It was really nice as well. Two I've actually lost out on, and yeah, don't know why. Maybe because they don't just want to post them and it comes up automatic that they do post them. So I'm on the lookout for one of those as well, so we can get the stove set up here. I have also got another item and I'll go and bring it in. Fit just perfect in here. Come across it this morning. Obviously I haven't forgotten about it. I knew I had it, but you know, sometimes you just, well, you do forget about it until you see it again. I knew I had one. Yep, we've got another storm brewing. Yeah, let's hope it brings the temperature down a bit. Can only help, can't it? There we go. Boy, it's heavy. Either that or I'm getting weaker and weaker. Look at that. There's a bit of a clean up. And as usual, they split through the centre. It's well over 100 years old, so it's seen some action for sure. Yeah, it's probably going to be more of a decorative item than something that's going to be used. It's got lots of woodworm and, like we say, a big crack through the middle. I'm not sure whether we could resin the top maybe, but yeah, I'm kind of not really into resin, to be honest with you. So it probably will be just a decorative item. Maybe put another top on it. Right, let's get this in, see how it looks. Ooh. I was thinking maybe it could sit towards the end, like so. A few display pieces on it. Once we get it backlit with our LED under here, get a few decorative items on there, I think that will look superb. With just a few little trinkets set out like that, I think it's rather a nice display piece. Yep. What it's been used for. Okay, well, I'm feeling absolutely exhausted, and to be honest with you, I think I've overdone it too much in the garden over the last week, especially with the heat. So I'm going to call it a day on this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Not much progress in the cottage, but I'm just not feeling it at the moment. But I'll regain my strength again and we'll get stuck in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm off to get hydrated while I can still talk. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.